T-Man 978 Shill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978 right now by way of Toy Dojo. Check them out. I'll put a link in the description. We're bringing you fans toys with a space in between it. I bet you no one ever notices that. FT-49 Phantasm, aka third-party Transformers Generation 1 Mirage. Yeah, if you pause, you could probably read all that. Yeah, the next guy we gotta get is that Jazz. So we're finally getting some Carbots from Fans Toys. And I'll get to talk about this one. I think the only other one is Hound? Well, if we don't include Hoist and Trailbreaker. But yeah. Oh, and while I'm thinking about this, follow me on Instagram. I would love it if more people from here could follow me there, and then I can talk to the same people over there. Here is Phantasm Mirage out of the packaging. I have minimal gripes. It comes with the collector's card and the instruction manual. I'm not even going to open that this time. He has an actual secondary head. And let's turn on the light. Let's zoom in on it. This head is angular. Like it slopes, stops, and then comes down. Whereas the one that's on the body just kind of comes down evenly and curves. But here's the back of the head. I believe that's identical. One thing that kind of sucks, it's cool, but kind of sucks. You get a great amount of neck articulation, but the neck is shaped weird, and that's straight up unpaint painted like blue plastic. So yeah, that's some retail type stuff right there. And you get two extra faces. One kind of happy and one kind of not so happy. Yay! But they both have eyes in there. You get this painted gun, which is nice. And it actually pegs into the hand differently. The peg goes into the back instead of the side. So I am a fan of that. And you get this silver missile. Now, when you open him, he's not going to be good to go. You're going to have to do some extra stuff. But Fans Toys actually has a YouTube channel, and they did an unboxing where they show you how to do this. Or you can go to Pig for Life or somebody else. I'm not wasting time on that. I just want to talk about this guy. And you shouldn't be able to take 20 minutes to figure out how to fix him up. Now, the missile will be detached. I will talk about that. So, it's kind of keyed a little bit or shaped differently to only go on a certain type of way. It doesn't like freely rotate. And you pull this up, and we can actually push that in if you want to have that look. Right there instead of the elongated. I think I like it like this instead of the elongated, to be honest with you. You don't get this Autobot logo. I got that from this particular logo. They just put in my box with an order from Show Z. Well, let's let you see him. He looks great. He doesn't feel as heavy as your typical Fans Toys. Like, he's probably around the size of an Insecticon, one of their Insecticons, but it doesn't feel like it's using anywhere near the amount of plastic, but it still feels good. Build quality wise, I only have a few gripes for the robot mode, but let's just make sure you see everything. You got that back, which is pretty accurate to the cartoon. The head is pretty much on the back of here. So yeah. But let's get into the details. Some of the joints are very tight, making it aggravating to manipulate. Like this waist joint is on a tight ass ratchet. It feels like you're gonna break it when you rotate, but it's designed to do that. The head, it has that awesome joint to be able to look up but you can really only look up about that much. If you look up more, in fact, maybe they didn't want you to push it up further than this, and that's why the sculpt looks weird. But if you do push it up more than that, which is capable of happening, it will detach his backpack like that. But it is good that you can do this because he has the capabilities of bending the knee more than 90 and a toe can rock forward. So being able to do that and look up is always welcome for me. I love it. Like I said, aesthetically, he looks very good. They tried to go cartoon accurate. This is something I never even noticed because the way they paint things on a cartoon, you wouldn't notice it. But here's what they did. In the cartoon, apparently, like spaces like here, the feet, the side of the body, and guessing even this gun. And originally, they had another missile. It's all like this really, really, really light powder blue type color. But one thing that I dislike is this, or the white parts. They're like painted as well. It's like a pearlescent color. You know how the Fans Toys has been doing. They've been doing this pearlescent color with the little glittery marbling effect. Oh, I wish it was just flat white, to be honest. I do appreciate stuff being painted, but yeah. But overall, he looks good. I showed you the neck articulation. Of course, it rotates. In order to get this head off, it's on a mushroom peg. So you just basically just slide it out, and you can slide the other one in. I'm not doing that because I prefer this head. I'm going to turn the head this way and slide it back. And if you push it very hard on these two little nubs, that will actually stay in there and not come out. But you can rotate here, go out to the side right here. There is a drop down joint because of transformation. The arms rotate right here. You bend more than 90 on a single joint. Wrist rotates and all the fingers open up like that. Specifically only for the gun. You get the tiniest taste of ab crunch right there. You can rotate 360. The legs, if you have this flap right here, out. Can kick all the way out to the side. It's on its own separate universal under here. So it goes back like that. But here's what I do like. You can kick up and the crotch skirt goes up under here. New Masterpiece style, which I really appreciate. I really love that. But it can move independent underneath of this. So sometimes this may get stuck. Just grab right here and pull it forward. So you can get a lot back. This rotates unhindered. I love that. You can rotate above the knee. The knee bends more than 90. And you don't get a lot of ankle pivot. And I showed that this toe does do all that. So that's great. Now there was one more thing build quality wise that I wanted to complain about. Oh, the way this arm transforms. Yeah, that has a tendency of popping off like a lot. So you pretty much have to, when you move the arm outward, grab here and move it like that instead of grabbing at the forearm, because you're pretty much always gonna pop it up. It might not do it if you get lucky, but it's more than likely gonna do it because that's not a strong peg. It's just a straight flat peg. There's like no little nubs keeping it latched in. And that little marbling glittery effect goes all the way around, even on the black parts, if you didn't notice that. To change the faces out, this is probably the real reason why the neck goes up. You can lift up on that and pull the face off. Now, it wasn't supposed to just pop off right here. You're supposed to be able to lift that up and then bring this whole crest out, but unfortunately for this one, the face is detached from here. And of course, make sure the eyes stay in there as well, because sometimes they can come out. But actually, bruh, the eyes are supposed to come out because they're supposed to stay on this face. Oh boy, aggravating. Now, I would be more angry with that, but how often are you going to be changing the faces? Like, you're more than likely going to pick one face and keep that one on. And I tend to go with these more smiley faces often. Roar, bring that energon back. So yeah, minimal gripes, like I mentioned. If there's anything, I probably would have liked more ankle pivot than what you get right here, but that's good for an A stance, and I like all the other articulation, so I'm not gonna harp on that too much. It would have been awesome if this wasn't so tight up against his head. I mean, it is good that you can lift it up out the way, so there's no reason to really complain about that because it can get out the way, but it cannot aim outward at all. It can aim inward to get more in his face, but yeah. But yeah. As far as build quality, I mentioned that's like the main thing in robot mode that's aggravating. This thing bumping up against the head, but like I said, you're probably not even meant to lean it up more than that. But the only thing to worry about for me, or what worries me, is scraping the paint. Because it is like fully painted and it makes me nervous manipulating it, to be honest. But that's pretty much every Fans Toys ever. Here's my Transform Element Mirage, who is a little bit taller, a little bit brighter, and they didn't go with the powder blue situation. It's just straight white, and this version is blue and the silver and whatnot. I mentioned a whole bunch of things I had issue with this figure. My main thing is this. When you move the head, that panel right here moves. That frustrates the crap out of me. I mean, you could just fix it. Now let's do a spin around. But I have a review on this guy, and I do compare him to Sphinx. So yeah, and one cooler thing about this is they move this down, so you don't have to worry about it when you try to make him look up. So if you already own this, if you can get past certain looseness and whatnot, you don't really need this Fans Toys guy. But because it's still a good figure and does mostly the same stuff. One thing it does better is the double jointed elbows right there. I believe it has a tighter bend there. Better ankle pivot. That's a little bit kind of loose, to be honest. You don't get toe forward motion like this guy, which he does win on that part. But yeah, still a good figure. Let me know in the comments, do you plan on upgrading, or do you plan on getting this guy? Do you not own either one and you watched this whole review and you watched this review I did before? Which one do you plan on having? Here is Hound right here, pretty close to the same height. Here's Optimus Prime, and one more Fans Toys guy here is their version of Beachcomber, who I completely forgot his name, his fake name anyway. But before transformation, I like him. If you can't tell, I said all that. I said everything. Let's transform him. Alright, transforming this guy is pretty close to straightforward, but it's a lot of steps. Open his hand, wiggle that out, and we can actually push this handle forward like that. Put that to the side. Before we do anything else, I'm going to grab this and shove that in and shut it. Now, if you don't want to damage this missile, just pull it off now. But we're going to open these up so we can detach the shoulders and bring them completely off to the side, like as far down as you can. Bring this back out. Start pulling this forward. There is a peg right there, but before we bring that forward all the way, I'm going to rotate the head backward. Now we can lift this up, and as this comes forward, we can start bringing these out, the wheels. This, we can shut that. This piece right here, there is a little tab that flips up right there, and we can actually bring that down and latch that into here. Now this part right here can actually hinge forward, so we can bring that up over the face, and then it clips on to these peg points right there. So the face in there and bolt. Now the miss hole. We can rotate it this way, and it's on this double hinge. Lift this hinge up so we can rotate this way and get it aimed towards that. Now when we get about here, we can start pushing this double hinge down into here. Oop, you know what, before that, we're gonna rotate the waist around. Now, I'm gonna push that into there like this and have that shut. Alright, now these arms. We can untab right here, close that, and then close it up into there. Like, open this up so that it can separate this joint that might do it by itself. Rotate this way, and then it's a double hinge on this blue part that pushes the arm further up into that cavity. Now we can shut that and bring the shoulder down a bit and shut this on top of that. Same stuff over here. Open this up. Open up, shove that into there. Rotate the arm this way. Detach that. Double hinge this. Some of these joints are really tight. That's what's making this harder. Now we can lift this up while bringing the shoulder down because it bumps into the wheel. This might keep coming loose the whole time, but you can make sure the fist is rotated where the thumbs are on the outside. I guess from this point we can shove that in and have this over top of the hips. Now the legs, attach this one here. It's on a double hinge. Rotate the tire. Just keep that lingering about. Detach the double hinge. Rotate the tire. And the feet. The feet we can. Getting that is difficult. I'm gonna open this up. Opening the up. Oh yeah, we do need to rotate the hips where the knee is inward and bring that like this. Alright, I'm gonna push this forward, which makes that a gap. So now I can grab that. And I can actually rotate this up and out the way. I'm gonna push that so that this made a gap. I can grab that and push all this. This is one impressive thing where all of this is hiding under there. But now I'm going to shut this like this so that I can push the foot up, rotate it, and then lift that back up. So shut this, push the toe up, rotate it, and then lift that part back up. At this point, they tell you that you can push all of this together, tabbing the legs, spoiler, and this part together. Good luck with that. But I'm going to bring this up. Make sure you clear the legs. Bring that up. Try to peg that together. And now, make sure these are still out. But you should be able to accordion this part of the legs up. Which you may have to keep pinched the whole time, but get this around these parts, but keep pushing it until it's actually inside of there. Now we can pinch that together a little bit better and re-pinch this. And before we bring these pieces up, we can unfold these panels and basically you need to slide this into there, but bring that forward, and while doing that you push this in and get the wheel on top of that peg. But we're sliding that forward behind there and making sure that this is pegged into here. After you get this lid up, make sure that overlaps. But slide this up, make sure this peg is still out, peg that into there. Get this part together, and right here we could make sure it's overlapped like that on both sides. But we basically just need to keep cleaning this up. Bring these two panels that were up, down, and these two panels can come down, and this part needs to basically just go up under here and wrap around, making that connection tighter. Then we can squeeze this again. Keep squeezing, squeezing. And now he is a vehicle. Alright, here's Phantasm, aka Mirage in vehicle mode. Let's let you see how it rolls. If you don't pull these wheels out right here, because they kind of like squeeze, if you don't do that, they will be very stiff in the back. So yeah, that's how you get it to roll. But anyway, solid mostly comes together. really, really tightly. There may be a panel here or there that looks kind of a little tiny bit janky. But yeah, there is no seat in the cockpit, as you can see, because the missile right there. But do we really care? I mean, they could have had a parts forming thingy, but it's cool that you can transform it with the whole missile in there. And yeah, let's let you see the tires. Now, one unfortunate thing about this is you can see that mushroom peg. Now, I know it's great for the transformation and making it easy, but that is definitely something that would happen on a retail toy. Here's the bottom. Like, pretty much really, really clean. And I like it. Gun storage, which I almost forgot to show. There's a little peg hole in there. It's a peg right here. You can open this a little bit. Peg this in there and shut it. That seems to be the best way. And now that can angle up a bit so he's not shooting himself. As far as comparisons, here's my one car comparison guy. My KO Red Alert. It was not as long, but pretty much as wide. So there's that. And here's what I'm gonna do. Pig for Life on YouTube. Check him out. Subscribe to him. He put some pictures up on his Facebook page and I think Instagram and other places. Here are images he put of the vehicle modes for the other Mirages. Thank you, Pig for Life. There's one more thing I could show you is if you can fit inside of MP44's trailer. And yes, he can. Look at that. He's in there. Aren't you happy? But yeah, this came out very clean, very good. I like it. If there's anything to probably complain about besides that right there, not having like a realistic looking seat, the gap that they can never figure out between the letters right here on both sides, they never seem to be able to figure that out. Yeah, there you are. Alright, this video is almost 30 minutes long and I've said everything I could say about it. Hopefully you were paying attention. Thank you for watching. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here.
Figure action. That one's me.
Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos.